Hi Big Tractor Power fans, this video comes to you from Western Kentucky, where a 60-foot wide, 6-inch John Deere 2230 field cultivator operated by a 640 engine horsepower John Deere 9RX 640 tractor is headed to the field to prepare the ground for corn planting. In this presentation, I would like to take you for a ride in the tractor cab to visit with the operator about working the soil with this large tillage implement, as well as sharing with you the production history, specifications, and list price for this big field cultivator. But first, let's head out to the field so that you can see and hear this big green tillage team at work. I'm up in the cab of the John Deere 9RX 640, and we're running across the field here and going through a little bit of a dip, but it's got a nice smooth ride, maintaining a speed right between 7.5, almost 8 miles per hour. The tractor is operating a 60-foot John Deere 2230 FH. It's doing a great job out here, and the tractor is handling it with ease. Brandon, how do you like running this setup with a high horsepower tractor and big field cultivator?
It's really nice. There's some conditions, that are worse than others that pull the tractor down. Yesterday we put new shovels on the cultivator, and it's kind of gave a little more, trouble pulling, but it's doing really well. Really like it.
People always say, well, these tractors should be able to pull bigger and wider, but it's like throwing a bunch of boat anchors back there.
Hey, you got 92 shovels back there, and it's a lot of dirt to move.
So we can see the tractor again is running here right at 7.5 miles per hour. We're coming up to the headland and it's driving itself, but Brandon will take over and we'll turn around. We can see it's got a great turning radius. Got a nice two-stage mirror here to be able to see the tracks and the implement. And then the auto steer takes over and makes that next 60-foot pass. So how do you like the wide tracks on this 9RX?
I like them. You know, we got them spread out on the 120s. It seems like it takes a little bit of the chatter, you know, away from it, a little more stability. But we really do like it. After seeing the ones that are narrowed in, they, I don't know, they just look a whole lot more stout.
It definitely has a nice smooth ride.
Yeah, it sure does.
So how many acres an hour are you able to cover with this tractor and field cultivator?
Running 11th gear, you know, between 7.5 and 8, I'm getting, you know, I average probably around 50 to 52 acres an hour.
Well, that's pretty good. You're staying ahead of a John Deere DB90 90-foot wide 36-row corn planter.
Yeah, you gotta run it pretty hard. I don't know. Monday, I guess we got started full day run till about 11 o'clock that night. Then about 750 acres.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Went through a tank of fuel. Had to stop to fuel up. So.
Well, I appreciate the ride along, and
Yes, sir.
It's always neat to see this big equipment in action. As the tractor and field cultivator work their way across the field, we can take a look at the soil conditions that they're working in to prepare the seed bed. This field was planted in winter wheat last year, harvested in June, and a second crop of soybeans planted on it, which were harvested in October. Soybeans were no-till, but that leaves a lot of compaction on the field. Actually, we can see right here where the sprayer ruts are from the sprayer, which sprayed the wheat 5 times and the beans twice. So you can see here with my shoe, you know, it's pretty deep rut. This field was also subsoil to break up that compaction with a Degelman heavy-duty staggered ripper running about 15 inches deep in the fall. We can see where that sliced through this residue. And what they're doing is they're going to warm up the soil and bury this residue and get it ready to plant. But the ripper does a great job breaking up the compaction, but as we look around the field, you can hardly see where it ran last December, and that's really great for holding back erosion over the winter. And now we'll see the field cultivator run by and see the seed bed it's preparing. Fall subsoiling is going to allow the corn roots to grow deep over the summer and produce a good yield, but you also want to have a smooth seed bed for the corn planter. So we can see right here the ground is, you know, very hard, lots of stubble, wheat, soybeans, but over here it's really working up nice and loose. That's going to give you that nice seed bed for the planter to run over, and there won't be any bouncing or skips. And it just does a really nice job. One pass in the fall and one quick one in the spring, and the corn is ready to go in the ground. We can see that the field cultivator does a nice job letting the row units put in a really nice seed bed here. So the planter's gone right through here, and the ground's nice and loose and making a nice smooth ride across the field. John Deere introduced its 2230 FH 11-foot center floating hitch field cultivators in the fall of 2016. They remain a current product for model year 2024. They are manufactured in Ankeny, Iowa, with 3-section and 5-section frames ranging from 33 feet 6 inches up to 60 feet 6 inches. The field cultivator that you are viewing in this video is the largest 5-section frame model that has a working width of 60 feet 6 inches and a transport width of 16.25 feet. It weighs in at 24,860 pounds. The weight of the field cultivator applies 200 pounds of downforce per shank for working the ground, and 400 to 500 pounds of downforce are available for the rear finishing attachment and rolling baskets for firming up the seedbed. This large 2230 FH model requires 8 to 12 horsepower per working foot and can run as deep as 5 inches at 6 to 10 miles per hour. The floating hitch allows the implement to run independently of the tractor, allowing both machines to float and run smoothly over varying terrain in the field while leaving a level seedbed. The True Set active tillage system allows the operator to adjust the depth and pressure on the rolling basket while the machinery is working on the go. According to JohnDeere.com, the list base price for a 60-foot, 6-inch 2230 FH for model year 2024 is $161,372. I hope that you've enjoyed spending some time out in the field with this big John Deere tillage team working on seedbed preparation for corn planting. I would like to hear in the comment section below this video, if you plant corn on your farm, what type of tillage do you run ahead of the planter? If you have appreciated this presentation, I hope that you'll consider subscribing to Big Tractor Power YouTube, where there's over 2,000 videos of farm machines in action. If you would like to see additional content featuring big John Deere tractors and implements, continue to watch for a few more seconds to the end screen for a direct link to 2 more Big Tractor Power YouTube videos. As always, thank you for watching.